our first Fear the Walking Dead Episode 1 review. Is the first episode, and yeah, we watched it, and we're reviewing it. Do you want to tell them how this works as I drink my beer?
We're going to give you a lowdown of what we thought of the episode without giving away any spoilers right away, and then a rating of it. And then if you haven't watched it at all, get out of here. If you have, stick around, and we will go into a full synopsis of the episode.
Okay, and then, yeah, so after we give you our rating between 1 and 5, we'll give you a warning, and then we're going to open the floodgates and talk about it as if you just watched it with us. As if you just were sitting right next to us. Before we get going, click like, please, and if you haven't done so, subscribe, and if you know anyone who's watching this show, share it with them to see what they think, and also, the most important thing, tell us what you thought of this episode. Tell us if you're going to continue watching this show. We want to know, because if everyone's like, that's garbage, we might just find something else to do with our lives on Sundays.
we might still watch it.
We'll probably still watch it. Anyways, okay. Alright, quick little unspoilery synopsis. Do you want to do that?
Sure. It's pretty good if you know the concept of The Walking Dead in general. If you're a big fan of that show, then you will like this show, yeah. I think. I'm a really big fan of it already. I really liked
We're really big comic readers. Me and her both have read every single issue of the comic. So, this show being not actually based on the comic is why I'm more excited for it. And that's, yeah. So anyways, keep going. We'll get to that later.
It's same world. Except for we're starting a little bit earlier, actually, about 30 days earlier than the show started, right?
The first scene was this day.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the month.
So anyways, and it's starting in LA with a family and going on with their story while everything's kind of starting and the world is becoming a little more confusing.
Yeah. So this is day 1, and it is extreme day 1. Mm-hmm. Not a lot goes on. You're not going to see a zombie horde. And there you go. So, we have Kim Dickens is one of the stars, and I don't really recognize any of the other stars. But so far, yeah, I'm really excited for I can't think of anything else for it except for the synopsis. Yeah, families are kind of going, this particular family is kind of going through a lot of trouble. And now zombies are about to come. Like, they're sticking together, but they have a lot of family drama. And that's kind of what this episode's about. It really was just kind of about their family drama. Alright, what'd you think? 1 out of 5. I'm really excited to hear this.
Oh, God. I actually liked this episode a lot. It is just a lot of build-up and stuff, but I watched it last night. I thought about it all night, and just wanted to watch it again today. I'm giving it a 4.1.
4.1! Wow! No, that's really good. So we have the privilege of not seeing any other reviews yet, and we haven't actually read anything, so we might be the only people right now in the world talking positive about this show. So, and I really like that, because maybe everyone else in the internet right now is fucking hating on this show. I thought I was going high. I did have quite a bit of problems with it. Or not problems, but it wasn't a perfect episode by long. But what was good was good. And I'm giving it a 3.75. I thought I was going to go the highest. So those are both really high, actually, for us. Get out of here if you haven't seen it yet, and definitely go watch it. With that kind of recommendation, go watch it. Okay, I'll give you guys... Okay, cool. Spoilery talk. I'm doing this. I love the opening. Is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, waking up in the punk house church, like this rundown church, like, junkie house.
Yeah.
It is great. And then looking for this chick, and I liked how it was shot. I liked almost a J.J. Abrams-y glare through the windows, and it really gave you this, like, we're trapped away from the rest of the world inside this junkie house, because that's what junkie houses are like. Like, they let the rest of the world go through. And he's looking for her, and then he finds her, and she's fucking chewing on somebody. Great intro.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I like it more than the intro of the first show where they're just sitting and talking about their life problems in a cop car. Like this, I think is great. No, I guess the intro of the first show is him shooting a girl. Never mind. I was wrong. But anyways, it's been a couple of years. We're not trying to compare them. But yeah, keep going.
I completely agree. Like, he wakes up, blood fucking shot eyes, just sees horror, and it sets the whole tone for everything. Like, it started you off right away, and then it goes into this, he gets hit by a car, and then civilization is all around him again, and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, not what you expected at all, really, from it.
I thought we were going to see another zombie immediately. I thought he was going to come out and the hordes were going to start. I really thought this was going to be a zombie-filled episode. And I gotta say, I like the approach. I like that we're getting an entire episode on characters before we get into action. I think it was bold, and I think it was a brilliant decision.
Yeah.
I think it was a brilliant decision.
Yeah, it's starting us off, and it, like, just makes so much more sense, I guess, for this, like, you get the build-up on everybody, but you also get to slowly see things falling apart.
Yeah.
You know, and I do appreciate a good zombie film that starts off that way instead of going straight into everybody's dead.
We're going to possibly have this show for 5 seasons. We're gonna get plenty of zombies. Like, this show's gonna be about zombies. I'm okay with the first couple episodes being not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's great. And I know that's going to be a lot of people's first complaints. There's going to be a lot of people on the internet like, there was no Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Like, there was enough. Like, shut up. Okay, moving on. I brought it up earlier. Kim Dickens, who was recently in Gone Girl, which is one of my favorite movies of last year. One of my most rewatchable movies from last year. Not as good as Birdman, but still really liked it. And now Kim Dickens is the mom in this. I think she was great. Like, she has a lot of Golden Globe and Emmys waiting for her, I think. Like, I think she really kind of held her scenes really well.
No, a lot of the characters really do, too. Yeah. Like, I'm really, and, like, the dynamic of them just in general is really good, other than, like, the slight awkward sexual tension we mentioned.
We'll get to that.
But, like, just even right away, the family dynamic that's being built. Like, it's a new boyfriend that's living in the house. They each have kids. Like, but they're not, and, like, none of the children are super bitter about him.
And I really like that because I found that as a super cop-out in shows. Like, you're not my real dad! I'm gonna be so happy if we never hear that sentence this whole show. Like, I hate that. It's such a cop-out. It's such a cliche that there's so many, like, I had a stepdad my whole life. Never yelled that at him. like, we can get past the 80s.
Yeah.
But,
like, the character build-up, they start right away, and then, like, introducing, the daughter, the son, that's it. Like, when they get him at the hospital, and they, like, instantly have cop problems, but the stepdad boyfriend kind of starts to, like, bond with him.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I'll stay with him. You know, I'll be with... Like, I really do like this family dynamic. And, let's get through the... it's not quite an elephant in the room. It's more like a hippo. It's like a smaller pachyderm in the room. Yeah, I don't know if what's going on with these actors. I don't think it was written in. But the sister and brother had a weird sexual tension in the hospital, and I caught it, and she caught it too separately. We were both thinking it. And, yeah, I know it's not written in. I hope they're not going down a storyline with that. But it was a little awkward. Like, their body movement towards each other. I just think these actors have great chemistry together. And, man, they need to do, like, some other movie where they hook up, because they got really good chemistry together. So, hopefully this is just the one episode and it goes away and I don't ever sense that again, but that was definitely something we sensed. We both did.
A little awkward.
Yeah. I want to start speeding a little bit. Let's get to the acting. A lot of the acting, I think, had a lot to be desired. The family, no. Like, maybe the daughter a little bit. We didn't get as much of her, but...
A lot of the side characters.
Yeah, a lot of the side characters. Even the daughter's boyfriend, I was really like, come on, man, act a little bit. And then who I think is gonna be a main character, the stepdad's son who he calls on the phone. Man, it felt like he had a teleprompter that he was reading from. Like, I think that was a very poorly acted scene, and that took me out of that scene. I was like, psh, act. Like, come on. Show emotion.
Yeah.
But,
and also the kid at the school, I know you had more problems with him than I did, but the kid that goes through the metal detector with a knife and has the very, like, they are poorly constructed lines.
Cryptic fucking line, like, everyone else thinks this, pronoun, ominous. And it's like, no one talks like that! Like, and that bugged me, it didn't bug you as much.
Well,
but that super cryptic teenager bugged the shit out of me.
I like
the one with the knife.
Yeah. Like, because he's the one saying, like, we should stay in, like, we're better in packs, and they're not connecting this virus to what it actually is. But he doesn't want to say that he believes in zombies, because then people will think he's crazy, so it kind of has to be crazy.
I like what he said. It's how he said it. It was like, she finds a knife, and he goes, we're stronger in packs. What? No, you don't start with that. What are you talking about? Like, no, that scene constructed, like, as a whole, if you look at it like this is what that scene accomplished, I'm cool with it, but the way he said it, it was, like, really weird. Okay, I did questionable acting. Okay, I got two more things. Oh yeah, the shots are really beautiful. I think I already brought that. I really like the cinematography, and I really like the camera work in this. So I know I thought this, and I think a lot of people might think this, when they were talking about the drug thing. I was really hoping that they weren't going to blame the zombie virus on a drug. And that's my first thought. I was like, wait, are they saying that she became a zombie because... And then she reminded me...
She overdosed,
yeah.
So she died, but...
So she became a zombie.
The show is assuming that you've watched The Walking Dead, so you know... Everybody has the virus. And they're starting it off that way, which is awesome. Like, they show you when people die, they're coming back. Like, their bodies are disappearing.
They don't need to be bit. They come back right away, and I like that. But yeah, I was really hoping this wasn't the worst fucking drug origin ever. Like, it's a bad strain of heroin. I would never watch it again. But yeah, she died. It was a bad strain of heroin that caused her to die. The virus brought her back. Love it. So that scene, when I first watched it, I was like, and then she explained it to me, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, because the kid even says it, like, that is one of his lines, it's happening all over, but people don't, like, no one's understanding.
Heroin's all over.
This is true,
Heroin's
too,
a big deal.
Not every strain is going to be fucked up, like, so that in every state, zombies start.
Just one dealer's like, let's get some chaos going here.
Gonna send it to the biggest city and every...
Then the last thing I have written down is it's like one of the last scenes in the movie after all the fighting of the zombie thing go down. The mom holds her son and they like hug for a second. I teared. Like, I think that was an extremely powerful scene of how it was shot, the music of it, and just both of their acting in it. There's a lot of, like, hugging, trying to be powerful scenes in movies and TV that didn't do anything for me, but this one I was like, woo!
Well,
you guys spent a lot until the episode 1. I'm feeling your guys' family, like...
Right? Because he goes from thinking he's crazy to his, like, family, like, seeing and experiencing it with him and, like, reaffirming that he's okay, like, what he saw was real. I do want to say one thing, though, and we talked about it, but how, when they go into the church, they do a lot of scenes that are extremely, like, anticlimactic.
Yeah. Like, the exact same scene twice. That is anticlimactic.
Jump out.
That was my biggest negative. I'm glad you brought it up, because I forgot.
Intense music. I was scared shitless when he was going through the church the first time, and then nothing.
He finds a pile of blood, and then he goes home.
Like,
and then the second time he brings her there, and they go through, she sees, like, this book that reminds her and all this, and then they go through and they see the blood, and then it's done.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God, don't build up!
Why?
Don't build me up, Buttercup, just to let me down. Like, that's what that scene was. And even the first time he goes through, somebody jumps out at him. I'm like, zombie time, zombie! Oh, just a junkie.
Yeah.
fake jump scares.
Pointless jump out. Like, and it wasn't necessary to make us feel that way in this episode. It really wasn't.
No,
like,
they were doing plenty of build-up. They could have cut probably both those scenes, or made one of them short, and then not done the second one altogether.
Like even with the different music, like, going on, or, yeah, he didn't need to go there, like, he should have just gone there with her.
Yeah, and then it shouldn't have been shot like, oh, it should have been shot like, wow, this is a dialogue scene, oh, here's this book, oh, man, instead of, like, ooh, book of blood, building tension to nothing.
I don't like having, like, an adrenaline rush for no reason. Like, it's unsatisfying when you're just like, oh, okay, so now it's done. So
let's hope they don't do that throughout. Let's hope that's not a big thing they keep doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, I think we're good. We talked for quite a while on this. But anyways, I'll state again, tell us what you think. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Are you going to continue watching Fear the Walking Dead? Are you excited? Do you think this is going to be better than the original show? If you're going to tell me that, Mark, the original show is good and that you suck for not watching it, I still watch it. I just hate it. Yeah. I still watch it. She doesn't. I still watch it just so I can complain. Okay, but yeah. So synopsis, both of us, or not synopsis, sum up, both of us really like this episode. Did you? You got anything to say before I say the most important part?
No.
Okay. Bye!